February 28th, we went all in. We sold everything we had, said goodbye to our daily routine, left behind a comfortable, predictable life, and moved into our freshly built camper van. Back then, we had no idea we were setting off on a journey that would change our lives forever. Our route began somewhere in the middle of nowhere in Nevada. Emptiness, silence, and freedom, the kind we never felt before. There we tested not only our camper, but also ourselves, in every condition, on every kind of road. While crossing the vastness of Nevada, we stumbled upon places that now exist only as echoes of the past, ghost towns that stay in your mind long after they disappear in the rearview mirror. Next stop was Arizona, full of dramatic landscapes, mighty canyons, and hikes that took us higher and higher. We spent 2 weeks here, from chilly mornings to the heat that eventually made us move on. Before leaving Arizona, we checked off one of the more interesting spots, Queen Mine in Bisbee. With smiles on our faces, we left Arizona, knowing a new state was waiting for us. New Mexico completely took us by surprise. It showed a different face, endless spaces, a horizon that never ends, and places that are hard to put in words. White sands, like we'd driven onto another planet, Carlsbad Caverns, an underground wonder of nature, and the weather, perfect. We felt here like at home, but the road was calling. Texas, the state where we realized that distance can be exhausting. After conquering Guadalupe Peak, the highest point in the state, we headed south to Big Bend, a place we've dreamed of for a long time. But it wasn't an easy road. Heat, solitude, hundreds of miles with nothing around. Just us, our camper, and silence. And then we made it, Big Bend. That's where we end the first stage. We spend a week in the heart of wild nature, not enough to see it all, but enough to feel that this is just the beginning, because ahead lies a journey of a lifetime. The route north to Alaska, all the way to Dead Horse. Hundreds of places to see, over 5,000 miles. But before we reach the north, first we have to get out of Texas. And that's not an easy thing. Abandoned towns, oil fields, endless horizon. While in Texas, we were dreaming of a rainy day. And as they say, be careful what you wish for. Amarillo welcomed us with a snowstorm that kept us grounded for 3 days. But even that had its purpose. We made some changes to the camper, got some servicing done, and took a moment to breathe. We even visited few American classics. Once everything was sorted, we hit the road again. And finally, mountains, Colorado, snow-covered peaks that we missed since we left Nevada. This is where the next stage begins, and this story is just getting started.
Hello everyone! Surprise, surprise, probably not the face you thought you were going to be seeing talking on this channel, but Thomas has been slacking on the English videos, so I decided to start taking over and recording for him. He's over there making another Polish video, but we have made it to Colorado. Nice mountains over here, and we are trying to make our way up to Commodore camp, and it's like an old mining camp, ghost town type of things. The road is pretty rough, and it's supposedly the most difficult to get to, like if you're on 4x4 or any like four-wheel drive vehicles or whatever, you know. So we are gonna try and make it by foot. We'll see if we even make it up there, but we're just going for a nice walk and hopefully some beautiful sceneries.
So, first of all, we finally arrived to Colorado. I'm super happy about it because we finally get to see beautiful mountains with some snow caps. That's something we've been missing for the past, I don't know, maybe 2-3 weeks that we spent in the desert in New Mexico and Texas. It was really nice to visit those places, but there was always something missing, and it was those beautiful mountain views. So I'm really happy that we're finally here. Second thing, I've been really slacking with recording on this channel. And it's all my fault because I've put it too much on myself, recording the Polish channel, editing it, driving, cooking, camping, hiking. It's just too much. I wasn't able to do all of that at the same time. Plus, you know, the whole rendering process, uploading process, that also takes a lot of time. And I got to the point when we got to Texas where I was super tired, just drained from, you know, all of that, the YouTube game, driving, camping, the whole van life thing. That's why we're gonna do a little change over here. I'm probably gonna be the secondary person on this channel, and hopefully Ivana can take over. So what's happening to the English channel?
It is stagnant at the moment because you haven't posted anything, so I'm taking over.
Yeah, I've been slacking over there
a lot.
A lot, yeah. Thank you.
So hopefully there's one more video before this one, recapping what we've done, and then this will be
the next one.
The next one with my face.
Thank you.
Bear with me, everybody. Also, like you guys all know, I am not used to talking in front of the camera or recording, walking, doing stuff. He's the one that takes care of everything. But I guess I should be helpful, right? So bear with me. Bear with me as we embark on this journey together. I'm excited but nervous, so also I'm already winded. Sorry for my heavy breathing. So here is the road to the camp we are headed to. It goes so high up, oh my goodness. There's Thomas over there, leaving me behind. Just kidding, he just walks faster than me. But yeah, we're gonna try and get up there somewhere. And I will try my best to not sound so winded. Let's go on this journey. So as I mentioned before, we are in Colorado now. Before this, we were in a lot of desert area, and I'm hoping that there's a video before this one comes out where we recap everywhere we have been. And I feel like one of the main reasons that we didn't make a video for every place that we went to is because it was just so much desert, and after a while it just all starts to look the same and it gets a little bit boring, in my opinion. But yeah, hopefully there's that video for you guys to watch to see a little recap. And now we have entered the mountains and more greenery and more trees and more cooler weather, which is so nice because that was so hot. But right now there's a nice breeze going on. The sun feels great and it's a good day. This is how high we've made it so far. Here's the mountain we're going to. We're almost at the base of it. And the road is actually a lot more steeper than what we thought it was. I don't know if you can even tell, but that was an incline and we still have a lot more to go. But there are campsites up here that you can stay at if your car does make it. So, I mean, it's a pretty nice area, pretty open. The only unfortunate part about BLM land is that usually they're dirty. Like right here, there's a bunch of cans, like burned cans and trash. And I'm actually surprised that there's not a lot more trash over here. Actually, hold on, look. I just found a muffler, I think it is. Yep. So it's usually like stuff like that, like cans and trash, and sometimes there's a lot of like toilet paper and, you know, it's just a mess. But other than that, beautiful area to stay. Also, apparently there's a lake 4 miles ahead, but I don't think we're gonna make it that far. This is definitely more inclined than we thought, and I could totally see how people have trouble getting up here in their cars or vehicles or whatever. It looks pretty dangerous. So the road that we're on is called Blanca Peak Road. And yeah, it does take you to a peak. We are not going up that high, I don't think. We're just gonna try and make it to the cabin. But if you're ever in the area and you wanna check it out, that's the road you should be taking. Good luck. Here's the road continuing up the mountain. And Thomas just said, oh, we just have a few ziggy-zaggies to go. And we're there. Now I know he's lying. I don't know if you could see. Oh, I don't think you can. But there's ziggy-zaggies, like he said. But it doesn't stop there. It's over here. That's where the camp is. He thinks I can't read maps. So it feels like I've been walking forever, because I have been walking forever. Just kidding, it's been maybe like an hour or something. But the road is so steep. You can see how high we've come. And we still got more to climb, and he's up there because he walks faster than I do. But usually these hikes are worth it in the end because you get a good workout in, you get a nice view, and then at the end you can make a nice meal to eat. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm already hungry. Plus I didn't have breakfast, so how do I expect to have energy, right? You know, every time I do these hikes, I'm just like, why do I put myself through this? Like, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, I'm hot, I'm thirsty, whatever. But it all is worth it in the end.
Do you like how I said, let's go for a walk?
Your walks are always terrible.
I know. I admit it right now. It's not bad.
It's not, but it is.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's not. But it is.
But it is.
So this is how high we've made it so far. You can see a bunch of little lake beds in the distance, and we still have a little bit more to go, but we are almost to the cabin. Here is the rest of the road, what it looks like. So it could be pretty difficult coming in a vehicle, having to deal with, you know, these boulders. They like could flip you or break your stuff. But to be continued, let's go. Let's see if this hike is worth it. I hope this cabin is worth it. We'll see. Look at how gnarly this road gets. And it gets super narrow. I really don't know how people can make it up here in any vehicle, honestly. And we're just gonna keep on keeping on. This is the pace that I've been walking this whole time. It's just, you know, just slow and steady. Slow and steady. I'm not trying to have a heart attack over here either, so. Oh man. But yeah, look at it. Oh my god. Super gnarly. Oh my lord. Looks like there's another campsite up here that somebody made. There's the road. This one's fairly clean. So just when we thought that the hike was getting a little bit easier because it got more leveled and a little bit downhill instead of uphill, this is what it's throwing at us. There's still snow over here, so hopefully we don't fall. We are super close to the cabin, so we can't turn around now, right? We gotta keep on going. It's over there somewhere. Honestly, couldn't tell you right now, but hopefully we make it okay and I don't fall off this ice down the freaking cliff. There's the cabin. There's still a bunch of snow around here, so it's a little bit cold out, but take a look. Now, I can only assume that this was actually fully built, you know, at one point. Kind of after time, it would collapse, obviously. Let's see if I can make it over there. Looks like people might sleep here. Camp overnight or something. A little window. This definitely reminds me of like Lincoln logs, you know, when you had those logs you would stack up to build. That's what that is, but in real life. So neat. So we're heading up a little bit higher in the trail because I think there's more cabins that way. So there was another one that I missed down there, but there's one more right here. That one's not very tall and it's pretty covered in snow, so it probably collapsed from weather, but I think there's more up here, so let's go check it out. So it appears to be that there's two more up here. So neat. It's collapsed.
Prime real estate.
Prime real estate. Yeah. Oh no.
I was still surprised that after all of those years, like the wood is like rock hard, most of it, you know? It's crazy.
Yeah.
Over 200 years, you know?
It's good wood.
Good wood. Home Depot should learn.
Oh, okay. Looks like there's some metal scraps. This one is still standing pretty strong. And I don't think anyone's like really messed with it other than carving their names into it, but this is a decent sized one. Let's check out the other one.
I was about to say that both of my shoes are wet.
Now they're more wet.
They can't be any more wet. It's like I stepped into the water and then...
Nice. Is the creek covered in snow?
A little bit, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Unified color.
So we're just gonna head back down to camp to make something to eat. You hear the birds? So pretty. Anyway, we're gonna head back down because we couldn't find any other cabins. We saw one in a picture that we wanted to see, but it probably doesn't exist anymore, or we just can't find it because there's still a lot of snow, as you can tell. And every step I take, I'm like sinking into the ground. So it's time to head back because it looks like it's just gonna get worse heading back up. Yep, let's go get some food. Prime example. Look at this. How is it so deep? I know there's rocks under here, but oh my god. Great. Now my shoes wet. You know what? After being hot in Texas for so many days, I don't think I mind a little bit of snow. But let's get out of here.
I know this is supposed to be just a walk today, but came out to be a pretty cool adventure, huh?
Yes, and now I feel like throwing up. So thank you.
No breakfast, nothing.
I
Again.
had my greens water,
Yeah.
and that's it.
That's it. But good job, good job. It was worth it, in my opinion, you know?
We did see a couple people, about like 4 people, go up as we were coming down, and it looked like they were gonna camp up there. So that's pretty cool that people are still using the cabins for, you know, camping. And now to get some food. So that concludes today's hike. We hiked, we ate, and now we are going to relax. And thank you for bearing with me for my first video on this page. If you guys want him to come back and talk, let us know. If you liked me, let us know. If you don't care, well then I guess it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
So, as long as something gets posted. But yeah, that's it. We're gonna go just chill now and wind down. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.
Bye.